Can I tell you something that may save your relationship? Sometimes the problem in your relationship isn't your husband. It isn't your wife. It isn't even the disagreement you are having. Sometimes the problem is how many people you have allowed into the relationship. Your mother knows. Your sister knows. Your best friend knows. Your colleague knows. Your church member knows. Your WhatsApp group knows. And before you know it, everybody has an opinion about the relationship only two people are supposed to be building. Then something happens. You and your partner resolve the issue, but the people you told are still angry. You have forgiven your partner, but your friendship has not. You have moved on, but your family hasn't. And suddenly, you are no longer fighting one problem. You are fighting an entire committee. So today, we are asking a very uncomfortable question. When your relationship becomes everybody's business, who is actually controlling your relationship? Welcome to the LoveLab podcast with Emmanuel Hannah. My beautiful people, welcome back to the LoveLab podcast with Emmanuel Hannah. This is where we have honest conversation about love, marriage, relationships, family, and the things people sometimes doesn't want to say out loud. And today's conversation is important because there is a difference between seeking wise counsel and turning your relationship into public property. Let me make that decision very clear from the beginning. I'm not saying you should suffer in silence. I'm not saying you shouldn't seek help when you are struggling. And I am certainly not saying you should hide abuse, violence, manipulation, or serious danger. Please seek appropriate help when you need it. But there is a difference between getting help and giving everybody a seat at the table of your relationship. One of the biggest mistakes couples make is reporting every disagreement. You and your partner have an argument today, and before the sun goes down, your best friend has the full story. Tomorrow, your sister has another version. Your mother has another version. Your colleague has another version. And somehow, the disagreement that started between two people has become a family conference. But here is the problem. You may tell people the story when you are hungry. And when you are hungry, you are probably telling them what your partner did, but forgetting what you did. You tell them the insult they gave you, but perhaps you don't tell them what happened 5 minutes before the insult. You tell them how they hurt you, but not necessarily how you hurt them. So people receive a one-sided version of your relationship, and now they have formed an opinion about your partner based on your worst moments. This is serious. Have you ever complained about your partner to somebody and later reconciled with that partner and you are happy again? You are laughing. You are forgiven each other. You are ready to move forward. But your friend says, me? I can never forgive that person. Excuse me. It wasn't you. You offended. You have gone back to your relationship, but your friend is still carrying the anger. You have moved on, but your sister is still reminding you of what happened 3 years ago. That is why you have to be careful about who you give intimate access to your relationship. Because sometimes you have given somebody information they will never forget, even after you have chosen to forgive. Advice is good. Wise counsel can save your relationship. But there is a point where advice becomes interference. You tell somebody, my husband and I are having financial problems. Suddenly, your friend is telling you leave him. You tell somebody, my wife and I had a terrible argument. Suddenly, The woman doesn't respect you. Put her in her place. Wait. Did you ask for advice, or did you accidentally recruit a relationship manager? And this is where wisdom matters. Not every person who loves you has the wisdom to advise you about marriage. Someone can genuinely love you and still give you terrible advice. Family is important. Parents are important. Siblings are important. But when you get married, your marriage requires its own boundaries. Your mother should not be making every decision in your marriage. Your husband's sister should not be running your home. Your wife brother should not be deciding how you handle every disagreement. Your friends should not determine whether your marriage survives. Your marriage needs wisdom, but it also needs boundaries. You can honor your family without allowing them to control your home. My friend, if you are still here, don't just watch this one and disappear. If you enjoy conversation that challenge the way you think about love, marriage, and relationship, I want you to become part of this community. Hit that subscribe button right now, because here on the LoveLab podcast with Emmanuel Anna, we are not interested in telling you what you want to hear. We are interested in having conversations that make you think. Conversations about the things we do in a relationship, the things we tolerate, the things we misunderstand, and sometimes the things we need to unlearn. So, subscribe, turn on your notification, and stay with me. And I want you to answer this in the comments. Should marriage couples tell their families everything that happens in their marriage? Yes or no? And tell me why. I want to hear different perspectives. Now, let's continue. And then came social media. Before, you could quarrel with your partner and maybe 3 people knew. Today, one WhatsApp status can reach hundreds of people in seconds. Some people don't know what they have until they lose it. Your partner sees it. Their family sees it. Your pastor sees it. Your neighbor sees it. Your former classmate sees it. And everyone starts decoding. Something happened. Please, not every critic's status needs to be published. Not every disagreement needs an audience, and not every problem needs to become content. Sometimes the mature thing is simply to put the phone down and talk to the person you are actually angry with. Here is another danger. You tell your friends about every bad thing your partner does, but you rarely tell them about the good things. So what happened? They develop a negative feature of your partner. Your partner could buy you a beautiful gift tomorrow, and your friend says, "Don't be fooled. I know his type." Your wife could make a genuine effort to change. Your friend says, "She's pretending." Why? Because you train them to see your partner through your complaints. Be careful what picture of your partner you paint for other people. Because one day, you may repair the relationship, but the people you recruited into the conflict may never repair their opinion. Now, let me balance this conversation. Privacy is not the same thing as secrecy. And protecting your relationship does not mean protecting harmful behavior. If there is domestic violence, abuse, serious manipulation, threats, coercion, addiction, financial exploitation, or anything that puts you or your children in danger, please don't hide behind what happens in our home stays in our home. No. Get help. Speak to someone trustworthy and qualified. Tell somebody who can actually help. Your safety matters more than protecting an image. The message today is not keep every secret. The message is know the difference between seeking help and inviting unnecessary interference. Imagine a couple who has learned how to disagree privately. They can argue, calm down, listen, apologize, forgive, compromise, and move forward. That is maturity. Not every disagreement requires an external referee. Sometimes you need to sit down and say, this hurts me. This is what I need. This is what I did wrong. How do we fix this? That conversation may save you from inviting 10 people into a problem that 2 mature adults could have solved. Your relationship needs boundaries, not walls. Boundaries. There should be things that only you and your partner knows. There should be decisions you make together. There should be disagreements you resolve privately. There should be information you don't broadcast. And there should be people you trust enough to seek counsel from when you are genuinely stuck. Choose those people carefully, because not everyone who has access to your ears deserves access to your relationship. Let me leave you with some points today. Your relationship is not a democracy where everybody gets a vote. Your mother can advise you. Your father can advise you. Your friends can advise you. Your pastor can advise you. Your therapist can advise you. But at the end of the day, you and your partner are the ones who have to live that life. So stop handing your relationship to people who only know one chapter of a story. Stop allowing people who weren't there when you fell in love to become the reason you cannot find your way back to each other. Stop turning temporary anger into a permanent information, because sometimes you will tell somebody about your partner in 5 minutes of anger and they will remember for 5 years. You may forgive, you may reconcile, you may fall in love all over again, but they may continue seeing your partner through the worst story you ever told them. So before you tell the world about your relationship, ask yourself, am I seeking help or am I seeking an audience? Because those two things are not the same. Protect your relationship. Protect your privacy. Protect your peace. And when you genuinely need help, don't suffer silently. Choose the right person. Choose wisdom over noise. Choose healing over humiliation. And remember, a relationship can survive a difficult season, but sometimes it struggles to survive too many people living inside it. If this conversation make you think, subscribe to the LoveLab podcast with Emmanuel Hannah. Like this video, share it with somebody who needs to hear it, and let's continue this conversation in the comments. Would you tell your family everything that happens in your relationship? Yes or no? And most importantly, where do you draw the line between seeking and allowing people to interfere? I want to hear your honest opinion. Until our next conversation, remember, not everybody who loves you should have a seat at the table of your relationship. Protect what you are building. This is the LoveLab podcast with Emmanuel Hannah. I will see you in the next conversation. Bye.